Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to another exciting episode. We're still learning on social studies. This is grade 4, looking at a topic known as population distribution. Now, we're looking at a very interesting topic known as population distribution. Now, first of all, we'll start by asking ourselves, what do we mean by population? Okay? So let us look at the meaning of population. Population. Now, population is the total number of area, the total number of people living in a particular area. Okay? So this is the total number of people living in an area. Okay? So the total number of people living in a particular area, that is what we call population. For example, in a classroom, okay? For example, a classroom normally has a total number of how many pupils? Probably 30 pupils. So when we talk about 30 pupils, this we will say that is the population probably of class 4. Because that's the total number of people or pupils studying in that class. Okay? Now, for example, a school could be having 1,000. Probably a school has 1,000 pupils. So we'll say this is a total. This is a population of probably Makini Secondary or Makini Primary School. Okay? So this is what we articulate and we come up with as what we call population. Okay? Now, let us look at something known as population distribution. Okay? What do you mean by population distribution? So, population distribution what do you mean by population distribution? Population distribution. So, population distribution comes from the word population. And now we have another term known as distribution. If you use it in another way, we say distribute. What do you mean by distribute? Distribute means spreading. Okay? If I tell you, can you distribute these books? Okay? Means can you give out? Okay? Or you spread them out. Okay? So, population distribution. So this is how people are spread over a given area. So this is how people are spread over a given area. Now that is what we call population distribution, of how people are spread. How are the people spread over a given area? Now, ways. Let us look at ways people are distributed. Look at ways people are distributed. Now, which are the ways upon which people are distributed? The ways upon which people are distributed. How are people distributed? So, one, we have what we call densely populated. Okay? We have what we call densely. We could talk about an area being densely populated. What do you mean by densely populated? Dense. Dense come with a very weighty word, okay? Now, densely populated means that this is an area with many people. So we talk about an area with many people. Okay? Number 2, we have what we call sparsely. Okay? sparsely. Now, when you talk about sparsely relatively sounds nearly as scarcely, okay? Which means this is an area with few people. So this is an area with few people. Okay? Number 3, we have what we call an evenly populated area. Okay? We have an evenly populated area. Okay? An evenly populated area. An evenly populated area. What do you mean by unevenly? Uneven. Evenly means there is a pattern. Unevenly, what does it mean? If that comes into your mind, what do you think? Okay? This is where people are far away from each other. Okay? So this is an area. People are far away from each other. Okay? This is where people are far away from each other. Okay? That is what we call unevenly. So they are not evenly distributed. Okay? People are far away, distributed from the area. Now, I want us to look at something else a bit here. Okay? I want us to look at something else known as settlement. Okay? Let us look at settlement of areas. Settlement of people. Okay? So, number 1, when we talk about settlement, we have what we call the linear settlement. Okay? It is what we call the linear settlement. Now, when we talk about linear comes from the word line. Okay? When you draw a line. Okay? So, linear comes whereby this is settlement in a line. Okay? We're going to talk about settlement in form of a line. For example, linear is found probably along the transport routes. Okay? For example, the railway station, roads. For example, most of the people like building areas along the roads. Okay? 1, for the access of these roads. Number 2, for example, railway station, because so that people could be easily accessing the railway station. For example, let us talk about these as the settlements. Okay? Now, this is what we talk about linear settlement. This is what we talk about linear settlement. Now, this is what we call linear settlement. So, this could be a road, okay, or even it could be along the river, okay, or even along a railway line, okay. Number 2, we have what we call the cluster. Clustered settlement. These are type of settlement whereby we have too many people in a certain region. Okay? For example, this is an area. Let us say this is a village. Okay? Let us say this is a village. And probably because of an urban center or a market. Probably you find that this is a market. Okay? This is a market. So what do you see is that people tend to settle around such an area, okay? Okay? In an area so that they could easily access the market. Now, this is what we call cluster. Now, this is what we call the cluster settlement. Now, this is what we call the cluster settlement. Now, we have the third one. We have the third one known as the scattered. The third one is known as the scattered. So number 3 we have we have what is known as the scattered settlement. Now, scattered, you find that people are settling in different areas. Okay? People tend to settle in different areas. So number 3, we are talking about the scattered. So scattered settlement, this is whereby you find that this is an area. And I say this is a given area. Okay? But people tend to settle different places. Probably one person settling there, another one there, another one there, another one there, another one there. Okay? Now, in such an area, now this is what we call scattered, because people are everywhere. Probably in such an area there is no market, or people are not even interested in settling in some certain areas. Okay? Now this is what we tend to call scattered settlement. Now, this is scattered settlement. Thank you for your time. Hope you have understood. Try to work on various examples. Thank you so much.